children? Now we're going to have a little music. Like old times. Like old times. Look, now I'll start the melody on the organ.
Spooky Wackadookie here. Today I am trying something new. I'm going to call this a Let's Learn series, where my goal is to take you along the progress and process of me learning a new trick. I've decided to start this off with an AO Mizu. My ultimate goal is to learn a true Mizu because honestly they look really fun. So my goal with the AO Mizu first is to start honing in my spins, and what I mean by that is preparing myself to land the trick before I leave the ground and while I'm in the air spinning. It's very important to adjust yourself while you're spinning in the air to be able to land correctly and in the correct form of balance. So I'm going to practice doing that. I was really ambitious this morning and decided to go out to a skate park after it snowed and froze and melted and snowed and then froze again. And I went with 2 shovels to try to break up some of that snow and ice, and didn't go so well. And although it was a pretty fruitless effort, I did learn very key important things to spinning in an AO and a true spin fashion. So here's some of that. Twisting this leg while I'm spinning is giving me more momentum into the turn, and it's causing this foot to almost get into, I don't know, is that a back torque? And I'm realizing that when I do it, I'm relying way too much on landing on the sole foot and not landing on both feet. Naturally used to just kind of hopping on and doing over from a straight forward, but when you're doing AO, again, that momentum just pulls you. But so far, you really gotta be on top of kicking it in. So I'm gonna try to make the H-block connect slide, I don't know, like an inch. Even though this is all slippery, I'm still not sliding. So clearly I am practicing without good form. And this is not the area to work on form. So while I think I figured out my center of balance because of this, I don't think I figured out my form yet. So form will be after this. Okay, I'm back at the dojo, and it's time to apply some of those things I learned about balancing in between my heels and separating my stance so that I have more grace when it comes to landing. I have more ability to bend my knees and be able to push into the slide. So I'm going to keep focusing on keeping my feet in a uppercase T position and do that before I spin, while I spin, and while I land. And the other thing I remember is having a donkey kick my foot back, so I'm going to have to make sure I continue doing that. It was important for me to try to keep my feet in an upside down uppercase T, specifically because it helps me embrace the grind as soon as I land it. So let's try to apply some of those things here in a controlled zone where maybe I can actually pull out the slide. Alright, I got some slides there. I'm starting to realize that I think my biggest obstacle was just having no ability to jump because I had no traction. Definitely getting some slides out of this. I'm going to try applying a wider stance and see if I get more of a slide, but my sole foot is feeling good. I think I figured out the right way to spin. I'm kind of leading with my sole foot, and giving my torso a little bit of a twist before I leave the ground is giving me that 180 I'm going to need. So let's push for that longer slide and see where we get. All right, doing an AO Mizu here to end the night at another wet part because I don't learn. It's like 40 degrees, so that's not too bad. I'm gonna try to keep what I learned in mind while I do these tricks. I gotta keep my foot in upside down uppercase T position as soon as I leave the ground. And I'm gonna try to widen my stance so that gives my legs more of a bend, gives me more grace to catch. And I'm going to try to twist my torso before I leave the ground as well to give me that spin and flick I need to get the momentum. So, what worked for me was getting my twist in the shoulders before I left the ground, kind of orientating my shoulders towards the obstacle before I even left the ground, and that gave my upper body the twist it needed. My lower body gets the twist from jumping and being able to control with my toes. I realized as soon as I started going over my toes more, I feel like I had more control. When I started pushing out my H-block as well, especially at the end, I realized that kick was really giving me some stability there, and I feel like it looked cool, so hopefully it did. And then yeah, keeping my feet in an uppercase T position, just upside down, right as I left the ground, really gave me the confidence I needed to connect. So the main three takeaways are the upside down capital T, twisting your shoulders towards the obstacle before you leave the ground, spreading your legs out and giving some more stance to it so when you collide, your knees have some more grace to bend so they're not so stiff, and then pushing and donkey kicking your back foot. Those four things seem to work for me really well. I'm not incredible at the AO Mizu, but I can do it now. So just gonna have to keep working on that. Anyway, this has been Spooky Wookie Backadookie. Packing it in, packing it on, skating in the ice because I'm stupid. Let's learn something next time. Until then, bye.